Alright guys, so I just finished playing the second iteration of the Gundam Breaker Force, the open network testing. So I just finished playing the third and the last session, and I just want to quickly talk about my kind of take on the Diorama mode. So I only have 5 hours because I did not play the other two sessions. So I immediately, after logging in, the first thing I went into was the diorama, because that was the things, originally for the first testing I was really interested to see how that actually works. And then through this live stream that they did, I want to say probably like a few weeks ago, they kind of showcase how that actually works. So I was very excited to kind of go in there to try things out myself. So the very first thing that we are getting introduced was trying to make a pose via either the original Gundam series. You have RX-72, and then you have a Zaku 1 or Zaku 2 for the two that you can kind of mix mash your diorama. And I believe the other one was for C or C Destiny, which I did not pick that one. So I assume maybe that one would be you get two different units, maybe like a Strike Gundam or maybe like a Strike Freedom. I'm not really sure because I did not try out that one. But I just want to talk about how I feel about the diorama mode, and honestly I think it was a very refreshing mode, because they literally took the original, just the Photoshop, the posing, and they took it next level, because the amount of customization, the amount of just little intricate parts that you can actually do within this diorama mode was actually pretty good. Like honestly, the fact that you are able to kind of pose your unit depending on like what you like to your own desire. You can actually, there's like a kind of like a dial that you can just kind of slide left and right, and you can stop at in any circumstances, and it will allow you to pose exactly how you will want it. So to me, I was like, whoa, that is like a next level customization for how you want your diorama to look. So they give you a couple of, let's say, just default configuration, and then after that you can move the slider to kind of go to like that exact moment where you want your unit to pose, and that's kind of where you will have it. And then you can add on top extra like special effects, like let's say, I don't know, you are destroying something, so you have those mushroom clouds special effects, and you can also just add in like burning effects. So I was still in the early stages of just experimenting that, so obviously I have not gone down to like the nitty-gritty of things. So I'm just like just trying things out and trying to see where things are. So I'm kind of glad that originally they gave you kind of like a demonstration to just kind of get you started of where everything kind of works. So when I hop into this, I did not know we were making the kind of like the iconic moment where Amuro first defeated like a Zaku 2. So I think they asked us to use Beam Saber, but I was like, why is it only allowing us to use Beam Saber and then we have the Zaku? That did not pop into my mind of like, oh, you were supposed to make that iconic pose where I guess the beam sabers was supposed to stab onto the Zaku 1. So I was like, oh, let's for me, I posed Zaku and RX like literally next together, and then I have the mushroom just kind of there, like the like the destroying effect. So I was like, well, that's my first creation. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So and then when I it was like, obviously I did that when I first start playing the session, and then I believe like the last 30 minutes I want to give it another shot. So I took two of my creation during this 5 hours long, and I just kind of trying to mix things together. I was trying to make a pose, similar pose, where I have a unit just doing like a beam saber slash and then hitting the other target. So they have pose where you're attacking, and then there's pose where you're taking damage. So you can, like, for me, I was trying to dial into the exact point where I can actually get that moment, and I think it worked out pretty good. But I think for me, the bigger complaints, I guess, playing on joystick rather than on like a mouse and keyboard is really hard to get that exact, I guess, that rotation you want. So I was having difficulty doing that, so I'm pretty sure you guys would be seeing it throughout the video. But nonetheless, it was pretty cool experimenting that. And then, I was trying to obviously add some special effects, like, if you are doing like a beam saber slash, you have those kind of like a whoosh effects or whatever. I was trying to implement that as well, but I guess I just don't know how it actually goes. So I was like, let me delete that real quick, and then we'll just edit the unit and call it a day. But what I did try to add the vernier, and it looks cool. I would say it's not to like a level of how it would be like in, animated wise, but I think as far as just a flat out diorama, it looks pretty cool. So I just want to get my kind of like an experience on that. I think it was a very intricate design, like this whole diorama mode. I cannot wait until the full version is out, because I'm probably gonna be doing live streaming of just me playing around with the diorama, because there's just so much you can do. And the fact that this is all brand new, like everything, like, man, we gotta experience, we gotta go through it, dissect it to see how to make that, like, I'm just trying how to make our own unique masterpiece. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys. So I'll definitely catch you guys when this game is actually out on the 29th. Definitely cannot wait until we have this. And then the other two videos, I actually did record mission 4 and 5, so you guys will probably be seeing that, sometime during the week as well. But I just want to talk about my experience, playing around with the diorama. Definitely one of the best features that they could have implemented for this game. So with that said, I'll be catching you guys up on the next one.